He hit the wrong guy.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
He got hit with the drink and still attacked the guy holding his drink.
Got hit with the drink.
To start it off, remember Ron Artest was laying on the scorer's table, and then the drink came in and landed on him. That's what popped it off.
Yeah.
And then so he jumped in, goes after the guy that's still standing there holding his drink. Like, wait, what?
I had nothing to do with this. I'm an innocent bystander.
He was just shocked. Like, why is Ron Artest running at me right now?
Yeah. I mean, damn, a 6'6", 6'7", 220-pounder who's already known to be an enforcer. Like, this dude's known. Did he get a gun charge? I thought he got a gun charge.
Probably.
Or something like that.
That wouldn't shock me.
Nuts.
That wouldn't shock me at all. Yeah. He is nuts.
He's one of the greatest. Though.
Meta World Peace.
Yeah. Meta World Peace. Right.
Yeah.
Right. No, changed his name when he came to the Lakers because he was playing with Kobe. And Kobe. Yeah, I'm sure he didn't have a real good relationship with Kobe. Kobe's a piece of shit. But
my favorite moment was the Jermaine O'Neal slide punch, though.
Oh,
he came in, just slid in with a nice one, nice straight.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
I wonder what was going through the guy's head who actually
threw the drink.
Oh man, he was probably like,
he just set off this domino effect.
Oh, dude, he was probably like, honey, grab your bag.
He was probably out of there.
They're coming up. Honey, grab your bag. They're coming up. Yeah, he was definitely shitting his pants.
He's probably out of there.
Yeah, he was shitting his pants.
No, that was a good one. What's your other favorites? I got some favorites. I got a whole list of favorites.
You know what? You know the one that just recently happened was when Shaquille O'Neal was bashing Charles Barkley. That was the most hilarious shit I've ever seen.
But there was no punches thrown.
There didn't need to be any punches. There was physically emotional distress there, dude.
Yeah.
Charles Barkley never won a championship, and Shaquille O'Neal has no problem reminding him every time that.
I like the why are you even in the Hall of Fame
line
or whatever.
Man, he ripped into him so decent. The look on Charles Barkley's face was distraught.
Yeah.
Distraught.
No, I liked it.
What did he make? He made it to one championship his whole career, right?
I think so, yeah.
And then lost.
Yeah.
To the Bulls.
With the Suns, right? It was the Suns?
Yeah, they had KJ, not KJ, they had
KJ,
Kevin
Dan
Johnson,
Marley.
Dan Marley.
Yeah. That was squad back then.
Yeah, it was squad.
But I never liked Barkley.
Neither did I.
Back then, I never liked Barkley.
Neither did I.
And now that, as a Warriors fan, I can't like Barkley because he's always hating.
Well, you know,
he's our natural nemesis.
He never.
He likes to push buttons.
He never won a championship, so he's gonna be the one who always throws rocks at the throne. So that's just his. That's his.
And remember,
job.
he said that. He said a 3-point team will never win the championship. Then we did.
Yeah.
He didn't apologize.
No, he didn't. He didn't come out and make a public statement.
Mark Jackson's a hater now too.
They did Mark Jackson wrong.
Yeah, but he was kind of nutty. He was kind of nutty. Like his practices and stuff.
Steve Kerr swung in and was just like, "Give me that chip."
Yeah, Steve Kerr took a punch from Jordan. Still got his ring.
Well, but still, Steve Kerr came in. Granted, sorry, white man,
because he's white.
Okay.
Right?
Well, he comes in, he changes the whole he
let him play the
energy
game
of the team. Exactly, yeah. He did. I do feel like Mark Jackson was trying
to get them all religious. And stuff. Like he was bringing in some weird.
He was controlling them a little bit, but I do feel that he should have some resentment. I would.
No, definitely.
Year after you're ousted, what did they?
No, he definitely feels like he has some investment
did they win
in that team.
Year?
No.
They didn't win it the year after they got rid of Mark Jackson?
Oh, yeah, the year after. Yeah,
they won, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I thought you meant his last year.
That's like a kick in the nutsack right there. Like
he was kind of like the Chip Kelly of the
it's
NBA.
Obvious, like when something like that happens, it's obvious that you were the deal breaker.
Yeah.
Right? It's clear cut.
He probably didn't sleep at all that night.
Oh, it's clear cut. You were the issue. And now you're commentating the game.
It was the same exact team.
I think they gave him a ring. I think the players came together gave him a ring. I think so.
I didn't hear that.
I think so. But
do you have sources?
Man, you gotta look that up. You gotta look that up.
Nah, but anyways, yeah. So sports fights.
Sports fights. So my biggest question is, how is it that whether it's soccer, basketball, football, baseball. You come to good old white hockey, and they're throwing bows out there. I mean, they're on that ice at 70 miles per hour, slamming someone into a 3-inch thick piece of fiberglass, and they will throw blows. You know what they get? Penalty box.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird to me. It's mind-boggling that if you're in the NFL and you just remove your helmet,
yeah,
you get a flag, then you get an NFL fine.
Yep.
You may be suspended depending on, if you're actually, throwing some blows at somebody. But in hockey,
it's accepted.
It's accepted. I mean, the fans are rooting it on
because it's white guys. That's what you're getting at,
I suppose. I'm not trying to pinpoint anything.
No, there is definitely that though. There's definitely the fact that like one of my favorite fights of all time was Deion Sanders and Andre Rison because they were punching each other in the helmet with closed fists, right?
Right.
They're looked at as thugs. Bryce Harper is looked at as passionate.
Whoa.
You know what I mean?
Whoa.
There's definitely that. Like,
whoa.
It's not the whole sporting world isn't set up for that.
You got to understand we'll definitely not gain some listeners from you saying that. That's
fine. That's fine. I'm a militant liberal out here. No, but they're definitely you can't deny that.
No.
If you deny that, it's because your personal feelings are hurt. Any white person that denies that, they deny things like white privilege, things like that. It's because their personal feelings are hurt. They need to just get over that. But that's a whole nother deeper topic.
Yeah, we don't even need to break into that.
But I'm saying there definitely is that in sports where one player can do it, especially, if Iverson did something with his braids and tattoos, he's looked at like a thug.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then, like Iverson had before he was in the NBA, he had that fight at the bowling alley, right?
Oh, they were trying to get him.
Yeah, and they were saying he was just the worst person on planet Earth, right?
Yeah.
But then, like the kicker for the New York Giants punches his wife or whatever happened.
Oh, punches! I heard he was.
Yeah, and they bring him right back. Death. They march him right back. Ray Rice, he's gone. He's been out of the league. Right?
Yeah.
There's a million examples. You just can't deny that. It is there. It may not be the driving force. Like, it's not like they got together and was like, all right, we're going to allow fighting in hockey because it's more white people.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean? But there is an underlying tone where people will see it and be like, it's just part of the game. But then, you got, who was it that punched Kobe? You know what I mean? That's going to, like, scare people. Like, oh, look at them. They're fighting.
Oh, who punched Kobe? That was a great time in sports, though.
It was.
Oh, man. I was just talking to somebody about this.
That was a good moment.
Yeah, that was a great moment.
That was a good
If you can't tell, we're not Lakers fans.
No, not at all. Not at all. I respect Kobe to the utmost, though. But I will take him down a peg when I get a chance.
I would. But my only drawback from Kobe is I'll give it to him. Shaquille O'Neal left. He won 2 championships.
He did.
After.
He did.
He had Pau Gasol. He had Andrew Bynum on one of the championship teams.
Yeah.
He had Derek Fisher. He wasn't hurting for talent. But my only thing is Odom, right? Yeah. Pre-crack.
Yeah.
Right?
I think hiatus.
Oh, he took a break.
Yeah. I think he had a mid-career hiatus.
My only thing where I really dislike Kobe is the fact that his contracts were so large that they couldn't form a team around him.
Yeah.
And there were times in his career where he missed a substantial amount of time and he was still getting paid the wildest amount. And they couldn't bring talent around him. And then not only did that halt the talent when he was playing, but I think that hurt the Laker franchise for years after he left.
No, it did.
I think that's selfish.
They're starting to build a nice squad, though. They're starting to build a nice squad.
They teach teamwork when we're in grade school.
True.
And
True enough.
He lost that. back in the Shaquille O'Neal days.
But in his defense, the whole NBA contract situation has been messed up for a while.
It's true.
And they're just now kind of opening it up and letting the players get theirs.
Well,
that last agreement or whatever, I forgot what changed.
Is there a cap? There's a cap, right? Or
yeah, but there was something in the agreement, like was it the CBA, whatever you call it, like the collective bargaining agreement.
Right,
is that in basketball, or is that whatever the agreement is called? There was something that was really handicapping teams, but they've just opened it up. That's why everyone's getting these crazy contracts.
Yeah,
like Mike Conley getting that crazy contract.
Mike Conley,
and a lot of people don't even know who he is.
Every penny of that.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't even know who he is, and he was the highest paid player.
It sucks for them. Look, Google him.
Yeah. No, it's crazy though.
Mike Conley's fucking outstanding.
But anyways, no. So someone punched Kobe was our overlying point.
Yeah, it was. It was, man.
I can't remember.
I'm gonna remember after we're done.
Yeah,
and it's gonna.
No,
piss
that was
me
a
off.
good. It was a classic one. Was Will Clark and Ozzie Smith? Do you remember that one?
Nah, Will Clark's a racist. Fuck him.
Is he?
Yeah.
How do we know that?
Deep racist.
Do you have sources,
bro?
How do we know that? I mean, he's from Texas.
Deep racist.
We don't know that though,
bro. There. You can do your research.
I'm gonna have to do my research.
Do your research.
He was one of my childhood heroes.
I looked up to him highly in high regards. Yeah. I spoke highly of the whole Giants staff at that time.
Yeah.
But when that came about, where he was signing balls for white kids, but was turning his back on minorities, I was like, okay, you know what?
Are you serious?
Yeah,
I didn't even know about
this.
Will
Clark was
that's gonna hurt my heart.
Yeah, he hated the Negroes. Yeah, but I mean, all for good reason, I guess, right? I mean, I think the thing with sports and what makes other athletes threatened is the fact that the best player at any given moment in any given sport will be from a Latin, South America country. Mm-hmm. I mean, and 1 minute, it'll be Trout, right?
Yeah.
It'll be Harper. It'll be a Tim Lincecum, when he was pitching lights out, and then you'll get some Cuban defector who came over on a banana boat, right?
Yeah, fought their way here,
right? Actually, war wounds to show, and they take over baseball, and that could never be. They could never be the face for baseball.
Yeah.
Hell, it's what's what they call it, America's pastime, right?
Yeah.
They never be the face for baseball, but they will be hands down the best player.
Yeah.
In baseball.
Yeah.
So
no, there is, because it's the old traditional sport. There is like some remnants of that, which sucks as a baseball fan.
Right.
It's like the whole Adam Jones thing. He's getting hurled insults, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And Adam Jones is an American hero.
Oh,
he saved us in the World Baseball Classic.
Oh, yeah.
He's a hero.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Like, it's,
well, I mean, it was also that it's a triple A. It's a young pitcher. It's a young pitcher, actually, though, that he pitched lights out the last game of the World Baseball Classic.
You talking about Stroman?
No, he didn't pitch the last game.
Oh,
it was someone from AAA who pitched for the USA
for
that won the game. Yeah, he started. I remember watching that.
I thought it was Stroman.
Nah, man, you could research the hell out of that though if you'd like. You could pull up the.
I will, because I don't remember. I watched the game, but I thought it was
Stroman. Did you see him hit a home run? All 5-3 of him.
Stroman hit a home run in the World Baseball Classic?
No. Just a week ago.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
Jesus Christ. And he launched
I love Stroman. I love Stroman. He's dope.
He overcame all the odds.
No, it was Stroman that pitched against Puerto Rico. Yeah.
Okay, then he had a big hand in that because Puerto Rico's bats were on.
He won MVP? Didn't he? Didn't Stroman win MVP?
It's possible.
No, but anyways.
Yeah, we're breaking off topic.